On behalf of the law firm of Conway, Olenich, and Jerry, we are honored to introduce the winner of the 2020 John M. and Meredith B. Rose Business Award. This award recognizes companies whose community leadership exceeds the expected. This award is bestowed upon companies that share the values of John and Meredith Rose and who continue to make a difference in this community. Congratulations to your 2020 winner, Ensight and Cellcom.
Hi everyone, Bridget Reardon from Cellcom and all of the Ensight companies. I want to express our sincere thank you for the Rose Award. This was a surprise and very humbling, so thank you to the Chamber and to Current and to everyone who works with Leadership Green Bay to make it what it is. We've been so lucky to be part of many, many classes of Leadership Green Bay and involved in various ways, and it's really amazing to see employees who go through this and their enhanced connection to our community, and from what made it special in the past to how it's grown and what makes it special today. And the other part that's really important as far as Leadership Green Bay, and I was able to take part in a class many years ago, but it really showed me, and I can see it showing others, their part in the community and where they can step up even more and contribute. And it just opens the world to them as far as how they as individuals and even how our company can make a greater impact in this area. And so we really appreciate the work that you do. It's such a well-run program, and I think it gets better every year. And please know that the hard work is totally worth it. We've benefited in so many ways. So thank you.
Hello, I'm Mike Demerath, a partner at Hager, DeWick & Zengler, and our law firm is privileged and honored to introduce to you the 2020 winner of the Leo Frigo Leadership Award. This award is bestowed upon an esteemed volunteer and alumni of the Leadership Green Bay program, a person who has made significant, continual contributions to the community in a leadership fashion. This is the program's highest honor. The honoree is recognized for significant contribution to the success of Leadership Green Bay and as an advocate and model of community leadership. Criteria for this award includes 5 years of service to Leadership Green Bay in a non-paid capacity, consistently providing leadership to community groups, and mentorship to leaders in the program, the community, and in their profession. Also, the award winner should be an alumnus of the Leadership Green Bay program, a community volunteer, or corporate supporter of the program. Again, it is our honor and privilege to introduce to you the 2020 winner of the Leo Frigo Leadership Award, John Hager. Congratulations, John. Well deserved.
John has been committed to the program by making sure that everybody in his firm has gone through that program. He makes a point of anybody that gets hired as a new attorney, new young attorney, or even some of his support staff have gone through the program. The other thing is John is continually given to the community. He's been on committees and boards at St. Vincent's Hospital for probably 35 years and is committed to healthcare in this community, and that it's well provided, and that we have good people working on those committees. He's been involved now recently with St. Norbert's and the Donald Schneider School of Business, and he grew up about a half a block from me when we were kids. He was younger than I, but just a good guy that's done lots of good things. Made sure he had contacts and could help with auctions for benefits, and I've seen him in action, and he can wiggle money out of people pretty easily, especially if he knows that they can afford it. It's a pleasure to have John get this award because it's certainly well deserved. He's a leader in the community, and he's been very important to the Leadership Green Bay program.
John is an extremely well-deserving recipient of this award. He has been an ardent supporter of Leadership Green Bay since its origination. He is such an ardent supporter that every attorney in our firm and our office manager have gone through a Leadership Green Bay program as a part of becoming part of the firm. because he knows that the value that Leadership Green Bay and that program and those experiences add to the life of that person and to the community. And he is a shining example of that. His years and years of community involvement through being on boards, including a longtime board member of the local hospital, has just been a model for everybody else to try and follow and live up to. So we are extremely excited that John is being recognized with this award, and again, well deserved.
So we have Mr. John Hager, the Leo Frigo Leadership Award of 2020.
Oh, wait a second. I thought we were going to just skip 2020 and go right to 2021.
And I didn't have anything to do
2020,
with
I'm just
it.
kidding.
Back to back. Congratulations,
Hey,
man.
thank you so much. It's pretty cool because I had the great fortune to meet Leo, who incidentally died 20 years ago last month, delivering food to the needy. And we just talk about, crazy, right? He was only 69 years old. But I had a chance to meet Leo, and I had a chance to see him in action at some Packer games. And it's pretty cool. His story is remarkable. You know, he did the Frigo Cheese Company up there in Lena and stuff, and he retired at 52, and he just wasn't done community-wise. That's the thing Mary Jane and I talked about, the fact that just because you retire doesn't mean you're done with your community stuff. You know, that's, in a lot of respects, you got more time, should be what starts it. So he retires in his early 50s and decides he wants to work with ex-convicts and help them to re-assimilate themselves back into the communities and stuff. And somebody said, well, a big issue they have is food, right? So he goes down to Appleton and sees the food pantry there, and it comes back up to Green Bay and goes out to the St. Vincent de Paul location on the way to Bay Beach, and sets up what's one of the largest, now with granted he had a lot of help, but sets up what's now one of the largest food pantries in the country. I mean, that's pretty powerful stuff. You know, Leo Frigo checked all the boxes. He's an exceptional family man. I've gotten to know his wife Fran, his son Chris, who Dave knows very well, and so an exceptional man of faith, and Korean War veteran, and he, it's just so you say the Leo Frigo Award, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the prior recipients, and the Leo Frigo Award, that's pretty cool, right? And so it warms my heart. I talked about seeing him in the old days before the renovation of the stadium. Some buddies and I, we had a box, and Leo would be there after the games collecting the food that was left over. Crazy. He could have had somebody else do it. Sure he could. No, he was the guy doing it. And it's just amazing that that what he was able to accomplish. The other thing I want to mention, Jim Morrison reminded me the other day, is he's got this crazy bridge named after him, right? And it is that cool. And I don't know that any of us will get a bridge named after us, but we can dare to dream, I guess. But Jim reminded me that there will be soon to be three famous people who've got bridges named after him. Of course, Leo and Ray Nitschke, of course. And Jim tells me that the legislature recently adopted the renaming of the Walnut Street Bridge, Jim?
Yeah.
Oh, after Bart Starr.
And they're not done yet. I mean, they're in the process.
Yeah.
They're going to do it. They want to get done by 1st of May.
So that's cool stuff. So, the guy had a bridge named after him.
Mayor Tillman.
Huh? Tillman Bridge, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they still call that the Tillman Bridge.
And that railroad bridge down there was named after you.
Yeah. There's maybe a footbridge up in Fort County or something, I don't know. And I want to just close on Leo with one comment. Leo talked about, he said it's I'm going to paraphrase a quote, far better for him, he'd go see these places and they'd be throwing their food away, but they wouldn't give it to him. So what would Leo do? He'd jump in the dumpsters, right? And he said, far better for him to jump in the dumpsters than those poor people, because at the end of the day, his dignity would be intact, and so would theirs. I mean, that's powerful stuff. And when you see a guy like that, and you realize, you know, as much as we do on a daily basis for our community, for our fellow workers, for our family, for our friends, there's always more to be done, right? There's always more to be done, and that's always a challenge. A guy like Leo throws out there is there's a lot to be done. So to get this award, folks, is not just kind of cool. It's real cool. It's real cool, and I want to thank the Chamber, of course, and the Leadership Green Bay program, the Legacy Leadership event. Those guys, I'm so very proud of my partners who were involved in the nomination, and Mary Jane and you and Keith, you know, who, by the way, we were all classmates in this crazy thing in 1985, before most of you were born. I remember seeing in the Leadership Green Bay book, you open up the first page, there was Mike Troyer's mug. And the scary thing is Gam, he looks about the same as he did in 1985. And Mike's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful friend of our firm over the years, and provided us some exceptional advice. Mike, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And he brought his lantern with us, which is Dave and Matt and I brings a tear to our eye as we planned and I told the story at the 15th anniversary party last August about how we sat at a picnic table at Green Isle Park and planned the beginning of this law firm with some lanterns on the table and eating McChickens, and it was crazy. And I love telling the story, and I will always love telling.
We can hear you just as well if you sit down.
I'm actually doing okay, Keith. If I fall over, then I'll just do it in a prone position. Next we have Lee Bushy. Believe it or not, Lee and I, up until this thing came up 16 months ago, worked out a couple days a week with varying results of success, I might say. But the funny thing is, Lee's been so active in the program and doing all this stuff, and to see him, he's like, you know, he's like Troyer. They're like the Energizer Bunny. They don't ever stop, you know. And Lee's the only guy in the world I know, and granted, ladies, you have to see him naked to confirm this, but Lee's the only guy I know who has a negative percentage body fat, right? Lee has got a negative percentage body fat, and so he's got a negative BMI, I guess, Lee too. So, but I've dropped 70 pounds too, Lee, so I'm quite sure I could do that. Another former winner who couldn't be with us today, Jeff Merkus. Jeff's down at Gulf Shores with his family. And Jeff, you know, he was part of the first class in 1984, and I give him grief every time I see him, because he must have been like 12 when he started, because you see him now, he looks like he's in his 40s, right? And he's been such an advocate and a civic leader with what he's doing. And for those of you who are in East of here school district, he's running for re-election for school board, so make sure you vote for him. So, Jeff, hopefully you'll hear that when you see this. Anyway, Gail Blahoviak's another one who's a friend of the firm who had received the award previously, and I look at that and I go, wow, it's just pretty crazy to think that those people have won it. And then my good friend Keith Pamprin, Keith was the recipient, as I said, Keith, 2016. And Keith and he was in my class in 1985, and I found out somehow that he was looking for riders to go to Manitowoc, so I thought, I'll ride with him, just the two of us. So Keith picked me up, and that was 1985. Keith had worked for the county then, and he had that, about a 1968 Plymouth Fury, that brown one. This was 1985, was a 1968 car. I felt okay, comfortable going down. I wasn't so sure about the floorboards, but it was just wonderful, because Keith and I hit it off, and actually, we're involved in some housing authority groups. Keith's done some amazing things, finding money free money, free government money, it's free money, all right. But you know what I mean? But Keith would find that money and use it to develop housing for those less fortunate, and that's pretty cool. And Keith, God love you for being here today.
I
And
think you still owe me for the gas.
oh yeah, that's right. But it was only about $1.13 then, I think. So, and then Glenn Telot's another guy. Glenn's been real active in the program, and he has been quite an influence, and it's fun just to see some of those folks, and Judy Johnson. Judy and I, gosh, Judy, we've been on a whole lot of stuff together. I think we've been on that St. Norbert gift planning advisory thing for 15 years, right? 16 years, right?
Well, it's St. Vincent since.
Well, it's St. Vincent too. Yeah, I was going to get to that.
Beginning of the 80s.
Oh, Judy, so it's so cool, and Judy's got a cool story. She started, you were director of food services at St. Norbert, and then evolved into an exceptionally qualified financial planner, and we had a lot of mutual clients, Judy, and it was fun. It was fun, and I miss that, but that's why people like Emily and Bridget and Maddie have taken over the reins on that stuff. I don't know where Tim is. He moved to Montana or something for a while. I think he might be back in the valley. His daughters used to babysit for our kids, and Tim was very involved early on, and was an early year recipient. He and I really hit it off, and so by 1988, Tim called up and said, "Hey, you want to get involved at St. Vincent Hospital in their very first capital campaign." They had been around here in Green Bay for 100 years, and Tim and I worked together on that, and that was fun. And that Judy, that was the start of the hospital involvement for me, and led to a 33-year love affair with the St. Vincent, St. Mary's, and all of that. So Tim was another guy. Just he and I served together on the first board of directors of the Greater Green Bay Community Foundation after the founding members had set it up, and it did some great stuff. And I'm so proud that Maddie's taken a leadership role there now and stuff. So Tim was another guy who I really think the world of. And then my great friend Jim Morrison. Jim was playing music, and this, I'm getting not serious, like in 62 or 63, weren't you?
61.
Yeah, is that right? You were like 15?
16.
And so, and you see this guy, I haven't seen you for a few years, Jim, but this guy's again he talks about me talking a lot. What a bunch of crap that is. He's the guy that's just a yacker, but he can't, and he just sings, and he does a marvelous job. And unfortunately, this pandemic thing's kind of messed you up a little bit, right?
Yep, we're rehearsing.
All right. Oh, that's great. Go out and see this guy. But Jim, thank you. You had a great friend of the firm as well. Thank you so much for that. So those are all the. Wait a second. Those are all the. No. Oh gosh, there was one more. And this is so funny because I suspect there's been, 1,300 or 1,400 leadership Green Bay graduates over the last 37 years. And I think that you've got, you guys that here that have gone through. And if you walk into any of them on the street and you say Mary Jane, that's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. Because she's been such a fixture. And I mean, not that you're getting older, Mary Jane. That's not at all an age-related thing. But you've been so involved with this thing, and you're such a wonderful person, and you've always got such a crazy, sunny disposition, and you've given of your all to the classes all these years. And I just always wonder who follows Mary Jane. I'm not so sure anybody can. And God love you for all that you've done, and you've made this a remarkably fun ride. I tell the story. Mary Jane and I are huggers, and that's been affected by a couple things. One is COVID, of course, and the other is the whole Harvey Weinstein thing a few years ago. Ruins it for all of us, right? Ruins it for all of us. You can't hug anyone that's Cuomo. He ain't doing us any favors. And
He's hugging everybody.
Yeah, well, but apparently she asked for a little consent. So Mary Jane and I have always enjoyed our hugs, and I've always said to her, Mary Jane, since day one, I think, and my beautiful wife Shar of almost 41 years, I said if she should die a tragic death, or maybe just a regular death, hell, I don't know. I said, Mary Jane, maybe we could run away together, right?
Yeah. It's on my phone at work right now.
Yeah. and maybe it's times past, but you guys, again, you guys really embody what Leo Frigo stood for, right? What Leo Frigo stood for, and you've been exceptional award winners, and you've continued to this day, each and every one of you, to do what you need to do. And so then it kind of begs the obvious question, so what the heck am I doing here, right? And you know, we all kind of just, the guys have heard me here say 1,000 times, you know, you do the right thing, right? You treat people right, you do the right thing, and it's kind of funny how easy life is, and treat people with respect and all of that. And so that's what I've always tried to do. And, you know, I think of Leo, and I think, okay, he retired, but yet he didn't retire from his community service. And I say, well, John, you know, granted my retirement's been hastened a little bit, but I got my health now, and so you can rest assured that the things I have done, I will do. Judy, the hospital advisory committee for St. V's and St. Mary's and Brevea, I love doing that, and I'll continue that. I've got Judy and I do the stuff together at St. Norbert on the gift planning advisory group. I'll continue to do that. I've also been very blessed to get involved with the Medical College of Wisconsin and the St. Norbert campus in the interviews with medical students, which is crazy cool. I had to take this year off due to my limitations, but I hope to be back in the saddle next year. And then the Don Schneider School of Business at St. Norbert, I got involved with through Dean Stewart, Lee's brother-in-law, and what a great group. And that's a great thing. It's funny, in 1985, I remember standing up in front of the group when we introduced ourselves. I said, yeah, our son Kyle he was 6 weeks old. He'll be 36 this summer. We wanted to raise our family here, and it's funny because professionally I left a great job there, but professionally with guys like Dave and Nick and Matt, well, everybody here, Ryan and Mike and Bridget, all these great partners, all these great associates, it's worked out so phenomenally well here. And it's funny how life works that way. But so our son Kyle, that's how old we're getting to be, going 36 years he'll be. So where does that go? You know, I think of Leo, and I think when we look at community leaders, we don't just look at what they've done in the past or what they've done today, because I mean that's kind of ancient history, right? We look at what are they going to do tomorrow, right? What did Leo Frigo do tomorrow? And the challenge, I think, is with those community leaders is it's not only what you're going to do tomorrow, but what are you going to encourage and inspire others to do tomorrow, right? Because we've always talked about what's the next generation, right? What's the next generation, and who's going to take over? And I'm so proud of the fact that we've molded a good number of those folks right here at this law firm. But you know, so it's not what you've done in the past, not what you've done today, but what are you going to do tomorrow, and what are you going to do to inspire and encourage others? So, and then lastly, you guys are going, when? I didn't think that was ever going to happen. Lastly, I just want to say, you know, Leo Frigo died, a man of faith, died suddenly, right? And so he probably had a good sense for all the love and support and stuff. I want to say, one of the things that struck me and Shar as we've gone through our journey, it's not an ordeal, it's a journey, the last 16 and a half months, with a couple, two, three trips to hell and back. And what's remarkable is, but for the fact that we had this, if we wouldn't have had this journey, we wouldn't have realized all the tremendous love and support and prayers and notes and cards and texts and messages and calls, and we would have known that. Well, I guess we would have known it, but not as obviously. And so that's really been cool for us the last 16.5 months to see what's out there. A lot of that comes from within these walls too, and I appreciate each and every one of you from that. So that's, I'd say, keep Leo Frigo in mind, and we can always do more, right? And we can always do the right thing and take each day as we do, as a gift, an absolute gift, and realize how very, very, very good life is, so very, very good, and so very, very precious. And I love each and every one of you here today, and I thank you so much. And this is cool stuff for me, and I'm just so happy that we could share it together. So thank you. And God bless
The law firm of Conway, Olenicek and Jerry would like to continue the celebration and recognize the 2021 winner of the John M. and Meredith B. Rose Business Award. Congratulations to your 2021 winner, Bank First.
Bank First, we're proud to accept an award like this. Being involved in the community means a lot to us as a bank. It's important for us as team members and community members just to be active and to make our community a better place. So to get recognized for some of the work that we're doing, but also we feel like it's an honor just to be able to serve in the community. So the opportunity for our team to get better by being involved in different organizations, and also just giving back in whatever way that we can, but also we end up receiving a lot from the work that we are doing. So it's just a joy to be able to do it and to be able to participate. Thank you to the Chamber for the award. Thank you to our team members for the volunteering that they do. Thank you to the community organizations and for all that they do. And then also thank you for the other applicants and for all the work that they're doing. There's a lot of great organizations that are doing a lot of great work.
It means so much to work for a company that allows us and encourages us to get out into the community and to make an impact and to make a difference, and then to have a community that is so willing to help and to be part of that has just been a great experience. This year has been a unique year in many ways, with doing things virtual and things like that, but actually having the opportunity to be part of Leadership Green Bay and get to meet so many other wonderful people within the community that are leaders, and to work on my leadership skills and things that I can bring back to my team.
Hager, DeWitt, and Zangler is excited to introduce and recognize the 2021 winner of the Leo Frigo Leadership Award. Congratulations to your 2021 winner, Heather Heil.
Hi, I'm Gina Anderson, and I am Leadership Green Bay class of 2015, and I worked with Heather Heil at the Children's Museum of Green Bay for 8 years, very closely together. I was the program manager and she was the event specialist, so we worked together very closely. But besides working with Heather, I really got to know her on a personal level as well. And of course, she put 110% into her job all the time. But outside of work, she was always getting us and her friends and people that she knew rallied around different causes all the time. So, gathering Band-Aids for the hospitals and doing different drives for different people in need. She was always looking for a cause and working towards. Heather is a great friend. She is a positive person. She's always got a smile on her face, and she's always silly and fun. She's not afraid to embrace her silly side, and her and I, during the 8 years that we worked together and with our coworkers, we're always doing silly videos and dressing up and things like that. And so she's always a fun person to be around, and she always brings that fun positivity to things that she does in the community as well. Congratulations, Heather. You definitely deserve this award, this Leo Frigo Award, and the community is a better place with you in it.
So I've known Heather for a few years, and most recently she agreed to help me with the Canine Memorial Fund. We're going to have a dog statue outside. She, with her vast knowledge of the canine history, her connections through the community, just a wonderful person to work with. She'll do anything we ask, is very helpful with that. I learned about this award through Kevin a few days ago, and I can't think of another person that deserves that better than Heather.
First off, Heather, congratulations. I can't think of anyone that would deserve this award more than you. Your work through the Bark and Blue has affected my life. It's affected the lives of the other handlers at the department. It's been, I believe, 10 years now that's been going on, and the amount of time, your endless support and effort has created a canine program that is second to none in the state. Your work with the Children's Museum is outstanding. Your dedication to improving the lives of the people in our community are not unnoticed, which is why you got this award. For anyone that doesn't know Heather, you might hear her on the radio too. She's got a terrific voice and talent to broadcast. So her efforts and her dedication to improving the lives of everybody around her just tells you what kind of person she is. And we are proud to be associated with her and to have her help us out in so many different ways. So Heather, congratulations.
When you think of people in the community and the people that have the passion and dedication to make change and really help the people that really are in need, especially these police officers in the K-9 program, Heather Heil is in the top of that list. And we really want to thank her for her effort and her dedication to help officers, and especially these K-9 officers and K-9s, because she's making a difference. And we really appreciate all the work that she does every single day.
Heather Heil, excited that you got this award. I just found out about it a couple days ago, and I couldn't think of anybody that deserves it even more than you. Not only have you helped out the Green Bay Police Department Canine program, myself personally, a couple of the other handlers personally, I can't see anybody else being more deserving than this. Not just for our unit, but also for all the outreach and above and beyond that you do for the Children's Museum, as well as the...
It's so amazing to be receiving this award from the Greater Green Bay Chamber of Commerce Leadership Green Bay program. I really couldn't imagine myself without the Leadership Green Bay program. It means so very much to me. Thank you. I want to thank the steering committee. I'm so very touched to be receiving this honor. To my husband, Chris, thank you for always supporting me and helping me navigate. I really want to call out so many of you, my champions, my thought partners, my small group, my classmates, my let's get this done and have some fun while we're doing it friends. Thank you. A huge debt of gratitude to my family. They allow me to dream big, be who I am, and they give me the strength. Thank you. The Children's Museum of Green Bay and everyone I work with every day to make this organization successful. I think you're all brilliant, and I love that we bring out the best in each other and make play-based education the right of every child. When I went in for my Leadership Green Bay interview, I was with another company and my now boss was sitting across from the table interviewing me. This is the power of the Leadership Green Bay. Tony Burnett, I thank you. To the amazing police department and the K-9 handlers and their families, thank you for always making me feel like a part of your pack and letting us advocate for your partners. In my Leadership Green Bay class was then Chief of Police Jim Arts, who helped start this journey with the Bark and Blue Foundation. Jim Arts, thank you. I have been told, however, that name-dropping pyro will not get you out of a speeding ticket. 15 years ago, my then employer modeled the way and encouraged me to apply for the Leadership Green Bay program. I was absolutely terrified. But this truly started my journey and helped me to understand the importance of giving and the importance of collaborating with you in building our community. It started with our small group, and it inspired me to always leave it better than I found it. Shamra Van Ark, Greg Bushner, my small group, thank you. I cannot think of a single successful project that I have been involved in since graduating Leadership Green Bay that hasn't involved another Leadership Green Bay graduate. My Bark and Blue board has 1 Leadership Green Bay graduate. The Children's Museum of Green Bay board has 7 Leadership Green Bay graduates, and the success of the program and the past and current leadership. Jeannie Agnesens, thank you for letting us know we were the best class ever. Glenn Telot, Mary Jane Herbert, and countless others, way too many to name. Your passion inspires me. Please keep going. And sitting here today, I am truly humbled to be recognized as the 2021 Leo Frigo Award recipient. I share this award with you. We have a responsibility to lead the way and to teach others what we've experienced and what we've learned, to give them the courage and the strength to lead others. Congratulations to all of you for leaving it better than you found it, including me. Thank you.